I said I'm proud of her. She replied, "You better be. I earned 3 times more than you." Then she got promoted, moved to Singapore, and ghosted me for years. In the meantime, I became her boss and fired her. I had just lost my job and was wandering the city aimlessly, resume folder under my arm, phone battery dying, wondering how the hell everything spiraled so fast. On the other hand, my wife, she was soaring. Promotion after promotion. New title, new office, new clothes. Her energy had shifted. She wasn't just working anymore. She was dominating. "I'm proud of you," I told her one night, dropping my bag at the door, worn out from another wasted day of chasing interviews that led nowhere. She was on the couch, legs crossed, sipping from her wine glass, eyes fixed on her phone. "You should be," she replied, almost flatly. "I'm earning triple what you did, anyway." I chuckled. Yeah, rub it in." She didn't look up. "I'm not joking." There was silence for a moment. I waited for her to laugh, for her to shoot me that teasing look she always did when she crossed a line. But nothing. Just the clink of her glass on the coaster as she stood up and walked into the kitchen. It was the first time I felt the shift in her tone. I told myself she was just tired, or drunk, or messing with me. She used to joke all the time, even before we got married. That's what I kept telling myself. The next few weeks were brutal. Rejection after rejection. I'd sit at cafes with free Wi-Fi and apply to jobs nonstop. I took calls on the fire escape of our apartment building because I didn't want her hearing how desperate I was getting. One day, I came home and found her sitting with her co-workers at our kitchen table, the one we built together the summer before our wedding. "Oh, hey babe," she said casually, not even glancing up from her laptop. "Could you grab us a bottle of sparkling from the fridge?" Her co-workers laughed at the way she said it, like I was her assistant, not her husband. I smiled, nodded, and did it. I told myself it didn't mean anything. Goal: I needed a job. Badly. Challenge: no callbacks. Rejections: overqualified, underqualified. Pick your poison. "How's the search going?" she asked one night, without looking up from her tablet. "I'm trying everything," I said. "Even stuff outside my field. I just need something to get started again." She sipped her tea. "Maybe it's your attitude. Companies want drive." I blinked. "You think I'm not driven?" "I think you're comfortable," she replied. "You've been out of work for 3 months. That's not just bad luck, babe." I bit my tongue so hard it almost bled. The comment storm kept coming. Subtle, sharp little digs tucked inside casual conversation. I paid the Wi-Fi again. "Maybe next time you could cover something? Do you think you're getting a little too relaxed in those sweatpants?" I didn't know unemployed people could be this picky. I took it. All of it. Because I believed it wasn't really her. I thought, no. I hoped. She was just under stress, too. She couldn't really mean it. Right? One night, I was up at 3 a.m. on the balcony, laptop on my lap, reading about how small businesses could qualify for certain tech grants. A blog post led to another, and then a light bulb. Goal: earn a real income. Something stable, something mine. Challenge: how, when I'm broke and stuck? Answer: build from the ground up. Invest small. Hustle hard. I started offering freelance consulting on product development and process efficiency to startups. At first, no one bit. But then a tiny logistics company in Philly gave me a chance. I helped them streamline their onboarding flow and saved them 10 grand in 2 weeks. Holy shit, the founder texted me. "Do you offer longer-term packages?" I didn't, but I did now. That small win snowballed. Slowly. I worked insane hours. Coffee at midnight. Meetings in pajama pants. Ramen for lunch. Sleep became optional. I didn't tell my wife the details. She barely asked. She had bigger news. "I got an offer," she said, one Friday evening, tossing a sleek black envelope on the table. I opened it. An international relocation package. Singapore. Huge numbers. Prestige. "They want me to head strategy for Southeast Asia," she said, twirling her wine glass. I said yes. I blinked. "You said yes." She looked up. "You weren't working. I didn't think you'd mind." I laughed. "You didn't even ask." She shrugged. "It's my career. I've worked hard. And honestly," she paused, "I need to be around people who match my ambition." That one stung. "I do," I said quietly. She didn't reply. She had a farewell party. A fancy rooftop one. I wasn't invited. "They wanted to keep it colleagues only," she said, not even meeting my eyes. She left the next morning. No hug. No tears. Just a quick, I'll text you when I land. She didn't. Not that day. Not that week. The funny thing is, the week she left, I landed my first five-figure retainer client. And then another. And another. My one-man consultancy became a firm. I registered an LLC, opened a business account, hired a part-time assistant. Still no text from her. Once a month, I'd send a check-in. How are you? Hope Singapore's treating you well. Sometimes I got a thumbs up. Sometimes, nothing. I stopped checking my phone after a while. 3 years passed. I built something real. I invested in a small company run by a woman named Lily. Sharp, ambitious, wicked smart. We clicked fast. Not romantically. Not yet. Just two people chasing something bigger than themselves. We scaled her idea into a full-blown SaaS product and sold licensing to 3 major firms in under 12 months. I bought a car, paid off my college loans, bought my parents a vacation, and then one day, Lily walked into my office and said, "Guess who's running operations at your Singapore branch?" I looked up. She smirked. "Your wife." I froze. I hadn't said her name in over a year. Should I be worried? Lily asked. I shook my head. No. But inside, my heart felt like a grenade someone forgot to throw. I booked a flight. Told Lily I needed to check in with the Singapore team personally. I wasn't lying. I own the company now. It was time I saw the branch myself. The moment I stepped off the plane in Singapore, it hit me. Heat, memories, and something heavy I couldn't name. The streets felt the same as I remembered from photos she used to send me back when she actually did. But 3 years changed more than I thought. I didn't go straight to the office. Instead, I checked into my hotel, cleaned up, and opened the small package I'd carried through customs. Her favorite meal from back home. Carefully sealed, reheated just right. I placed it in the fridge. I didn't know why I brought it anymore. Nostalgia? Spite? Who knows? The next morning, I walked into the glass building I now partially owned. Name? The receptionist asked. I gave her mine. She blinked, then stood. I'm sorry, we didn't know the regional owner was visiting. Let me get the manager right away. Don't worry, I said, smiling a little. No need to alert the whole building. I'm just here to observe. She nodded quickly and made a quiet call. Minutes later, a man in a dark suit came down the elevator, slick, tall, confident. I recognized him from pictures. He was the one. The guy from the office party snapshots I'd found online last year when I gave in and Googled her. The one with his arm too casually around her shoulders. The one with the smile too wide. He stepped forward. You must be Mr. Malik. It's an honor. I extended my hand. Likewise, Mr. Ravi. He led me upstairs, proudly showing off the layout, the growth, the numbers. Talking fast, like he wanted to impress me before I asked for anything. I nodded, listened, smiled when needed. And then, finally, we stepped into the open plan operations floor. That's when I saw her. Back turned, laughing softly at something a coworker said, tapping away on her tablet like nothing had happened in the last 3 years. Then she turned around. She stopped breathing. I swear to God I saw it. Her face drained of color. The tablet slipped from her fingers. She looked like she'd seen a ghost. She had. Hi, I said casually. She blinked, swallowed, took a step back. Why you? What are you? Didn't expect to see me? I tilted my head. That makes 2 of us. Ravi looked between us, clearly confused. You 2 know each other? She looked like she was about to be sick. He's my husband. His eyebrows rose. Oh, that was all he said. Just oh. But it landed like a brick. You never told me you were married, he said to her, voice quiet but sharp. It was a long time ago. It didn't work. I smiled. Didn't work? Is that what ghosting someone for 3 years is called now? Can we talk? She whispered, voice shaking. Somewhere private? I think here's good. People were watching now. Whispers had already started. I didn't know how to tell you, she said, trying to keep her voice steady. Things got complicated. I needed to focus on my career. I thought we needed space. You disappeared, I said. You stopped replying. Didn't even text when I asked if you were okay. Her hands trembled. I was scared. Things were happening so fast. Fast like getting promoted every quarter? Dating the branch manager? Ravi stepped back like I'd slapped him. What? He said, turning to her. You said you were single. You said. I didn't think it mattered, she snapped, voice cracking. You didn't think he mattered? Ravi asked. You played me. She turned to me again, eyes wide and wet. Please, don't do this. Not here. I'm not doing anything. I said. I'm just visiting my company's overseas branch. Ravi froze. You're what? I turned to him. I co-own the firm, I said. You manage one of my divisions. His mouth opened, closed. He stepped back again. She started shaking. That's not possible, she whispered. You didn't even have a job. Turns out, I said quietly, I just needed time. And people who didn't treat me like a failure for struggling. She looked down, shaking her head, eyes flooded. You don't understand. I had to survive. I had to keep moving up. I didn't have the luxury of waiting. So you used him, I said, motioning toward Ravi. To climb. She didn't deny it. Ravi looked disgusted. You said all those things. You told me you loved me. I needed to protect myself, she said, tears falling now. You don't get it. I was alone. He was gone. I thought he gave up. I asked you if you were okay. I said, voice finally rising. I reached out. Again and again. You left. I didn't think you'd make it, she whispered. I thought you'd just fade. I laughed. Not because it was funny. Just because it was all so damn hollow now. And now that I haven't faded, you're scared, I said. She didn't reply. You're not scared because you hurt me, I added. You're scared I'll tell everyone. She collapsed into the nearest chair. I'll lose everything, she whispered. I looked around at the people watching. The silent room. Ravi's clenched fists. Her mascara bleeding down her cheeks. Then maybe, I said softly, you shouldn't have played with people's lives like they were pieces on your board. Please don't ruin me, she said, sobbing. Please. You don't understand how hard it's been. Hard, I said. You think you're the only one who's struggled? She shook her head, buried her face in her hands. Ravi stepped forward. I'm putting her on leave, he said. Effective immediately. We can't have this kind of disruption. No, I said. You won't be doing anything. He paused. I won't. She created a hostile environment, I said, calmly. Used professional relationships for personal gain. Slept her way into power. Do you think our board would take that lightly? He swallowed. I want her terminated, I said. Today. She looked up. You can't. I can, I said. And I just did. Later that night, I sat at the table I'd booked 3 days earlier. The one with her favorite view. The one where I planned to maybe, just maybe, give her the benefit of the doubt. The food sat untouched in the bag. Across from me, Lily sipped her wine. I thought you'd want to be alone tonight, she said. I shook my head. I've been alone for 3 years. Tonight, I want to be with someone who actually sees me. She smiled. To building new things. I raised my glass. To burning old ones down.